A safe and healthy new year to each and every one of us, to our values restoration officers across the Philippines, to our wonderful host this morning, to our National Director, Dr. Volter Acosta, and our National Training Director, Dr. Digna Acosta of the Council for the Restoration of Filipino Values. Once again, a safe and healthy day po sa ating lahat. This morning, I will be sharing a value focus on patriotism with a title, Patriotism, I Love My Native Land. During the American colonial period, Francisco Santiago, the father of Condiman art song, composed Pilipinas Kung Mahal or Philippines My Philippines in the English text by Prescott Jernigan. It is believed that Dr. Santiago composed it to portray his patriotism. Evidently, the song highly depicts a patriotic message every Filipino in all generations is challenged to imbibe and live by. As we all know, the lyrics say, "Ang bayan ko'y tanging ikaw, Pilipinas kung mahal, ang puso ko at buhay man, sa iyo'y bibigay, tungkulin ko'y gagampanan, na lagi kang paglingkuran, ang laya mo'y babantayan, Pilipinas kong hirang." Patriotism is defined as love of country and caring for the welfare of the people, while a patriot is someone who loves, supports, and defends his country of birth. Many Filipinos claim to love the Philippines, and it is the right thing to do so. And love should be expressed both in words and action. It does not mean, however, we have to fight and die for the Philippines just like our great heroes did in the past. By constantly exercising simple acts of service, we display love to our country. By constantly exercising simple acts of service, we display love to our country. John Divine said, "Patriotic talk is no proof of patriotism. Anyone can wave a flag. The real patriot lives his patriotism in everything he does." Consequently, we are to continuously highly prioritize the purchase of locally made products. We are to boost by word of mouth the beautiful aspects of the Philippines, particularly to foreign acquaintances. We are not to demean the Philippines in comparison to the countries we visited. We are to constantly abide with the law, especially in the observance of traffic rules, no littering policy, paying of proper taxes, and now, the practice of COVID-19 minimum health standards such as physical distancing and wearing of face masks. As government officials and government employees, we are not to misuse government funds, rather utilize it to its lawful allocations for the well-being of our constituents. And we are not to abuse our natural resources, rather enrich it and be good stewards. Furthermore, we are to be proud, we are to be grateful for being a Filipino and of the Philippines, for it is what the sovereign God made us be. The scripture says, "From one human being, He created all races of people and made them live throughout the whole earth." God Himself fixed beforehand the exact times and the limits of the places where they would live. Acts 17:28. Finally, patriotism is love shown in words and action for our native land. Patriotism is love shown in words and action for our native land. the Philippines, our Philippines. Sirs and ma'am, ladies and gentlemen, the Philippines is our only country. Let us continuously practice patriotism, love shown in words and action for our beloved Philippines. May God bless all. Shalom sa ating pong lahat.